Coffee Bean by my house, by the train station by my house, and I was walking to the Coffee Bean. This guy came out of nowhere, and he asked me, could he have 50 cents for the payphone? And I was like, I'll do you one better. I'll give you $1 if you can show me what the fuck a payphone is. And I told him I was sweet in the pot. I'll give you $2 if you can remember a phone number without looking at it. Cause I'm like, who the fuck remembers phone numbers anymore? I went to jail last year, and they told me I could call somebody. I didn't know one fucking number. All I knew was the number of the Papa John's by my house. And I knew if I had to call the guy who delivers pizza to my house, he wasn't gonna come get me because I don't tip him. He would be like, "Fuck you, that's what you get." Bring you pizza at 12 o'clock at night, you can't give me at least $2. I'm like, man, that's your job, Hector.
Such a blood from the land, such a sight to behold. Roaches go again, with the body something illegal. But I can't balance.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for being here. Sorry, I had to close it because it actually wasn't playing on my screen. So, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for being here. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here, PragerU. Ew, PragerU. Disgusting. You disgust me. How's everybody doing? I'm a little stuffed up. I have allergies. There's these cottonwood trees around here that are killing me. I hate them. They have puffballs, these little puffball seedlings. Get in my eyes, my nose, and I've been dealing with this all day and at work, and now I'm dealing with it here. But I wanted to stream, and I wanted to give you guys a little entertainment, hopefully. And hopefully we can do that. And yes, thank you, Mango Jones. Intros by the Ravenous Bean, and we're going to play some more White Bat audio here in just a second. I'm actually going to, there it is. Pull this up, do that. All right. Too easy. What's the frequency, Kenneth? I don't know. I don't know what that is a reference to, but what's going on, Dynacat? What's going on, J-Mag? Thank you for being here, Mango. Nice to see you again, Lucifer. It's been a while. Hopefully you're doing well. The Security Mono Lizard, always great to see you, and everybody that's lurking. Yeah, so I know everybody's been going over like Shani and Rev and everything like that, and everybody's covered everything. I'm not gonna go over that tonight. Fucking if you want another synopsis, I'm sure. I think the Geek Room's doing some later. But yeah, we're gonna take a quick break from that. Hey, what's up, the Lubis? I saw you I saw you were making some videos about a Yoshi. Why did you assault that Yoshi? Poor thing. I actually didn't. I didn't watch the videos. I'm sorry. I have a lot of things to do. But we can watch them here, so even better. Anyway, other than breaking my wrist on Wednesday, doing okay. Oh well, hopefully you are healed up quickly, because well, I broke my hand and I know how that can feel. And you broke yourself. Oh, you did it again? Yeah, exactly. I hope you're all right. Hopefully it's like the same wrist. I hope. I don't know. Do you have like two immobile wrists? Are you like that episode of Full House with Uncle Jesse breaks his arms because he can't drive his motorcycle or whatever? Hey, making a blanket. Ooh, blanket sounds nice. It's actually been pretty cool the last few days up here. What's going on, Ron, by the way? It's actually been really nice, and it's funny because I bought a pair of work shorts on Monday, and now I can't wear them. Well, I haven't been able to wear them all week. Hey, everyone, you're not supposed to break yourself. Don't break yourself. Debbie Williams says so, and it is so. There you go, folks. All right, thank you all to everybody that's here and all lurkers. But anyway, what was I saying? Brett Keen's an idiot. Did you guys know that? Yeah. So he put out a video very, very recently. Very recently. I know you guys can't see this. And he did say, is teaching children evolution child abuse by Brett Keen. And he did put up a community post. That's what it was. Excuse me. Called me the real called the real made a video called The Real Child Abusers. I respond with a few interesting stories. Let me know your thoughts. So he wants to know our thoughts. So I'm going to give you my thoughts, Brett Keen, on why this is about to be an absolute travesty. Don't worry, we will speed it up because this guy speaks so fucking slow and he's dumb. So this 22-minute video is probably going to turn into like a 10-minute affair. Let's call it that. In the meantime, go ahead, hit that like button. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. Do it twice if you really don't like it, and share the video out. Subscribe, do all that good stuff. Grab drinks. It's Friday. If you're not working, if you are working and can drink, then do that, but don't get too drunk because you got to work. Facts. Hit the merch store. Links down below. Also, always give me money. That's cool. I don't know what else to say. Sorry, I'm super fucking tired too. So I'm actually like just riding off of this last little asshole of caffeine, and then we'll see where we go with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brett Keen from God
Folks.
TV Radio. I hope you're all having
Hello,
a
Brett
blessed
Keen.
day out there. When you get an opportunity, check out the video I created before this one called Finding God in a World of Darkness. Kent Hovind recently made a video called The Real Child Abusers. No spoilers, but the video is about how evolution being taught in schools and children being indoctrinated, ideas and thoughts put into children's head, can cause them a lot of problems. They can cause a lot of mental, spiritual, emotional issues. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of people out there who are going to say, well, you know, you say that, but that's not true. Science is a fact. Everything science teaches is true and all that. But if you don't mind, I'd like to tell you a little story. I'd like to...
It's not whatever.
Tell you about some personal experiences that I've had in my life.
There's a lawnmower outside.
You can be the judge at the end of the video of what your view is on it, whether you want to condemn me or understand where I'm coming from. When I was young, I had to live with my grandmother for a while because my mother had gotten sick and she could not take care of herself anymore. My grandmother had repeatedly taken me to church, as did my mother whenever she was doing better. There were points in her life where she was doing okay. She suffered from bipolar manic depression. She was very sick. She was on many medications, and it got to the point where she couldn't take care of herself anymore. But whenever she was having her moments of clarity, when she was coherent and doing well, her or my grandmother would take me off to church, and I would learn about God. I was told by preachers that there was a plan in my life.
Holy fucking shit.
But in the beginning, God created the universe. He created all of existence.
And it's actually like
that God was looking out for all of us, that there was a plan, there was a point to life. There was a
You're actually coming together, Brett.
In the morning, I should wake up with joy and hope that there was going to be difficult times, there was going to be challenges, but God was always there walking with me. He was my footprints in the sand. And that brought me hope, and it also motivated me, and it gave me reason to continue to make it through every day. When my mother and father finally got into a divorce, I think that's when the questions started happening. And then whenever I went to school, I became very confused. At a very young age, they taught me about evolution. I sat down at a desk with 30 other kids in a classroom, and I was being told that I evolved from slime. I was told that long ago, a self-replicating cell somehow took apart all kinds of information without any kind of guidance, without any kind of sentience, that a blind process somehow created all the things that you see around you today.
Hey, Brett, do me a favor. Go to your cabinet, or more likely your brother's cabinet, because he is more likely to have these materials. Go to his cabinet, get baking soda and vinegar, put them in a jar, and just put them in a jar together. Just a little bit, a tablespoon of vinegar and a teaspoon of baking soda, and let me know what happens. Let me know how much sentience is there, how much sentience is in that chemical reaction, because that's essentially the same chemical reactions that happen pretty much all over the place, including right now what I'm doing. It's essentially just a bunch of chemical reactions when you break it down to the very basic things that we actually do as organisms on this earth. And when you break that thing down to the very basic things that we do, i.e., I'm using muscles, or I'm using the adenosine triphosphate and turning it into adenosine diphosphate in my muscles and breaking that down in order to create, or in order to give them enough energy to be able to move. That's happening all over the place. My body is breaking those bonds. That's a thing that's happening, and that will happen if under the right conditions. And under the right conditions, you can have more chemicals that will mix and form things like proteins and eventually cells. And then we eventually get to complex organisms like you and myself, and that's how we get to where we are. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to say the same rhetoric as Kent Hovind, but you're really bad at it. That's number one, for fuck's sake. But number two, yeah, the rhetoric that he's using, slime on a rock, it's degrading to people, and that's what you're going for. But in the reality of everything, every adult, every person that listens to you that actually has an understanding of any of this rolls their fucking eyes, because especially myself and others that know you, because Brett, I was there. People like us that know you, it's a huge eye roll, because the same dumb shit we've heard before, same shit out of G-Man, out of fucking you, Kent Hovind, because, well, Kent Hovind's your fucking hero, that's why you're defending him on all of this bullshit. Hey, where's Zaire? Where the fuck is Zaire, Brett? Why aren't you digging into that? Oh no, you don't want drama. You just want to fucking, you don't want clout. You're here for what? To philosophize or whatever the fuck you were talking about in your community posts. But no, you're not here for that. You're here to be a fucking idiot. You're here to basically just get clout, and that's why Kent Hovind is here. And Kent Hovind is here to exploit you in order to get a platform, and that's basically it. Even though you're technically not even supposed to be allowed on YouTube. You're not even supposed to be here. You're not. I mean, it's true. So why the fuck are you here, and why are you giving this piece of shit a platform? Where's Zaire?
I was told that I came from a shrew, which is an ancient rodent that existed during the time of the dinosaurs right before they went extinct. I was told that a meteorite hit the Earth and caused such cataclysm that it filled up the atmosphere with gases and smoke and blocked out the sun. But somehow a bunch of little creatures managed to exist where everything else died. Yeah. And those creatures continued to evolve over.
No. It wasn't everything else. Not everything else. Not everything died. Not everything died immediately. It wasn't an entire... it was a global collapse. Sure. But there were still plenty of animals that were able to survive. The asteroid that killed off the dinosaurs slammed into the Yucatan Peninsula, and that is on one side of the Earth, and on the other side of the Earth is not that. So all of that material that got flung up and everything had to travel around the Earth. All right. So the things on the back side aren't going to get as damaged as the things on the near side. It's the same thing as throwing a grenade. Don't be right next to it. You're going to die at 5 meters. You're going to get wounded at 10 meters. And you're not going to be too happy at 15 meters. Depending on the grenade. Same exact thing. And yes, Lucifer is 100% correct. Some dinosaurs did survive. They are called birds. Also, horseshoe crabs have not evolved or not changed in something like 230 million years. So explain horseshoe crabs there, Brett.
And over, changing form, changing from what appears to be species
to
Chris
the butterfly. As they all just have to say he's talking about indoctrination, not really realizing indoctrination was part of his childhood experience with religion. Exactly. Thank you. This feels impossible to listen to. Oh my God. How long does it take him to ask Dorn one question or tell her about his day? Excuse Mango. Think about what you just said. Think about what you just said. Tell her about his day when either of them leave the house. Do either of them leave the house? Does Dorn have a job? Do either of them have a job? That's the question. Think about who you're talking about. That's all I'm saying. Lucian says, yeah, but the Justa from the limestone went up like nuclear winter, supposedly. At least that's the working theory, because the KP layer. But then again, I might be behind on my science. You're not behind on your science. You're just like all over the place, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because you got things wrong. It's the KT boundary. It's the separation between the like Cretaceous and Tertiary periods. Alligators too, and sharks haven't changed. Return of Rotfeast, folks. Dorn does have a job. What does she do? I wonder. Chickens are just angry dinosaurs that are delicious, and some are divas like Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez, don't you get on her bad side. Look, she's a wonderful spring chicken. I can just say that. So anyway, what happened is this asteroid, it hit the Earth and it just dug in as it like vaporized, because flying around at 26,000 miles per second, or not per hour, which is about 60 miles per second. So it went from zero pressure in space all the way to atmospheric pressure, and dove down into and got to surface level within about 2 seconds, because you have to think the edge of space is around 100 miles straight up. So all you have to do is fly 100 miles straight up and you're in space, basically. So when this thing dug in, it shot all of this material into space, rained back down in the form of tektites, lit up the atmosphere, burned a lot of things, killed damn near everything. And, well, not everything, as you can tell, because, well, hey, here we are. Look at that. Well, at least I didn't like it, knew and was right. Forgive me for walking. I'm walking out when you go to the store. It's all good. Don't worry. I have Von Helton up next, or up later, and he is
behind any of it.
He's wrong about everything.
That it just simply was some kind of random chance and some kind of weird, unusual variables that have never been explained to me at this point in my life, even today, that caused all these changes. And somehow we got to the point where we were enlightened. We went to an industrial age, and here we are today. Our brains just simply grew because of the pressures in the environment, because of the dieting, and because we stood up at one point in time as a primate, just so we could look over the tips of the grass. We became more observant, and because of our fear of certain creatures and being stalked upon by predators, that this somehow made our brain grow. The diet, the vegetation, the flesh that we bit into and tore into, and here we are today. And of course,
yeah, Brett, it's almost like if you like feed your brain and have good nutrition.
That I was going to churches and I had one set
like you can actually learn things. You can be more effective. For instance, I have a muscle here or there. I'm articulate because I have a fairly good diet. I eat fruits and vegetables and protein. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat a whole lot of frozen shit because, well, I don't want to end up like you, Brett. Like I got Oakleys. I don't need a pair of gas station fucking sunglasses.
I was confused. Where's God in all this? Where is that hope? Where is that plan? This doesn't sound like a purpose. There's no guiding process. There's nothing dictating what happens next. What does this mean about my life? Where I came from? Who I am as a person? What does this mean whenever I die? I was promised that whenever I die, I'm going to
it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter.
Have an afterlife.
What does it matter?
No war, death, destruction, and suffering, and starvation, and famine. What does this mean?
Find your own purpose.
I was a very sensitive boy. I was very sensitive, and I absorbed all information that I heard around me like a sponge. So, of course, I called out to the teacher, and I said in front of an entire classroom,
no, you didn't.
But where's God? What does God have to do with what you're talking about?
No, you fucking didn't.
I've never seen any of these things that you claim. I've never observed myself or anybody else or anything throughout history of this ever happening. And I was told to be quiet. I was told that I need to just be silent and listen to the class.
Maybe in high school, you might have.
I was not allowed or welcome at any time to question any of the things that happened. Eventually,
it's probably because you smelled really bad. That would be my My guess, Brett.
I go to school, I learn, and this is what I'm told, and these people are my authority. If they tell me what I need to believe and what to think, then I suppose that's exactly what I'm going to do. I also remember whenever I went out to recess, and some of the kids who were there apparently were not spiritual or religious themselves. They had not grown up going to church like I did.
There we go.
And they said, "Hey, stupid,
just a little
hey,
bit for
retard,
myself.
you actually believe there's some kind of Santa Claus doing that? Do you still believe in Santa Claus? You still believe that he's going to come down a chimney and bring you gifts?" There's nothing like being a small boy who's going through puberty, who's going through his sexual development. He's trying to understand who he is.
Brett, you're at double speed. You're double
thinking about all
timing
the
it.
things that are going on at home.
We're
thinking about
double
the abuse
timing
that I
it through
dealt
this
with my
fucking
biological
video
father,
because you're that
wondering when the
boring.
day was my mother was going to die, and I'm being told that I'm a retard and a loser for asking questions. I'm being told that
What's
I'm
up,
a piece of crap and I'm
McNuggets?
stupid.
Oh boy,
Did it
Brett
affect me?
Keane. Oh yeah.
Yes, it did.
I don't
hurt me.
know how
I didn't
we're gonna
understand why
get
this was
to
the deal. I didn't
how
understand why it
evolution
was
is
that
child
people thought I was
abuse, but
stupid
we
just
have.
for asking how things work.
I don't know.
I wanted to understand myself and I wanted to understand the world better. What was so wrong with me asking? Did I feel like I was being abused? Yeah. I felt like the name calling wasn't necessary.
Chimini?
I felt like if a person wants to
Chimini?
teach me, they ought to be willing to answer my questions.
Did he say
I felt
Chimini?
like if a person really, really wants me to do something with the knowledge they've given me, I need to know what I'm able to do.
Did he say
A lot of
Chimini?
questions. A lot of questions.
Like, is
But
he
the
trying to
more
say
I questioned
chimney?
authority, the more I got told to shut up, be silent,
Or is that
do
what
your homework, do your work,
chimney? Oh,
and stop interrupting the class.
Chimbly?
And of course, when you're dealing with immature children out there
Fuck
who don't give a damn what's true or what's false, calling you names repeatedly, you only have a couple choices, don't you? You can either pretend to go along with all of it and just keep your mouth shut so you don't get mocked and made fun of, or you keep on questioning and you keep on pushing, and then you completely put yourself out of every social circle that exists. Either way, at the same time you're questioning all that you're being taught.
Hey,
You're
what's
also
going on,
questioning God.
Grampy? Someone throw a
God, why
bunch
don't you open
Burger
these people's
King.
eyes? Why don't you say
Can
something?
do.
Why don't you
I would
tell them that what they're saying is
absolutely
untrue?
love to.
Or that they don't have knowledge about things?
Folks.
Why, God?
Oh shit.
Why do I got to be called
Got
these
Wild
names?
Miss
Why do I got to be
Parker
disrespected and then go home to an
Wild
abusive
Miss
family?
Parker appears.
Towards the end, as the cancer began to riddle my grandmother,
Brett only
She got
absorbs
meaner,
what
she got
he
angry.
previously
He was bitter.
agreed to believe.
No one is
He
happy to
ain't
find out that they're
trying to
going to die,
understand
obviously.
anything that
He was
could
told she
be
only had less than a
beneficial to
year,
his existence and
her entire
worth.
existence
And
was
yeah,
done.
that is 100% true there, J Mag. That actually hits the nail on the head. Brett, like he will never listen to anybody in an interview when he's talking, having a discussion with somebody. You can tell that when they finish what they're saying, Brett has not listened to a goddamn word they've said other than like maybe one specific point, and he's homed in on that, and he asks just the most basic questions about what it is because he's a very simple-minded, dumb, dull individual. He doesn't understand dialogue. He doesn't understand why he's interviewing somebody. He just understands that they're there on his channel, and that goes back to the fucking clout chasing bullshit. So he said chimney with 3 syllables. Chimney. It's chimney. Your shit together. That's kind of that might be a Midwest thing. Like well, I don't know if he's considered Southern. Is Missouri Southern? Festus, Missouri. Is Festus, Missouri considered Southern? Fuck Festus, Missouri. At least I know I live in a shithole. Excuse me. Excuse me. All in all, I believe in a spirit of Christmas more than I believe in necessarily their version of one God. Although if I believe that belief gives God his power and presence. Yeah, like nobody cares if you believe in God. We don't claim him. That's fair. I guess I'm in the Midwest, but he can stay in Festus. Nobody claims Festus. Yeah. There's no road signs to Festus. You know, nobody goes there on purpose. What's going on, Two Guns? Chimney, chimney, chiroo. Do. I don't know the tune to that song, but sure, why not? Thank you for being here. Hit that like button.
She was
folks.
also afraid for me, even though she was mean to me a lot. She still, in her own way, loved me and had no idea what was going to come of me once she was no longer there to
I'm
be my
tired.
only parent at that
I got a
point.
steak to air fry later.
So finally, of course, I watched my grandmother die in front of me. She literally shrivels up like a raisin, and I am set apart. I spend a few more years and off and on in foster homes. None of my family take me in, and then once I get old enough, the state releases me. I meet my wife. I go on to trying to become a man, and I give up on God, and I go straight up evolution. I go straight up nihilism, atheism, everything. I have made the decision in my life that the universe got here for some unusual reason, that there was a singularity that came into existence by itself, filled with energy and power, and created all space-time in the universe. I'm like, yep, that's how it happened. A bunch of rocks collided, a bunch of crap out in space. flying at 100 billion miles per hour, crashing into things, while at the same time the universe is on fire, exactly what science taught me. And then at some point in time, it all cools down, and we get these massively awesome sphere-shaped stars. We get the sun,
Mary
and we get
Poppins.
these perfectly
What's going on,
sphere-shaped
Sydney? Hearts
planets,
in the chat for Sydney.
where everything
folks.
just seems to set itself into the perfect place for life to come into existence. And somehow, some way, the world
Shit,
starts
I would,
producing planets.
J-Mag.
Where the water came from, I don't know. Maybe it came from space like everything else. Maybe a bunch of crap in the environment and the variables and the pressure was just right. It all just started, right? The water. And then the water's sitting there, the world's on fire, and it's made
Holy
out of rock
shit,
and
that
granite.
got dark. What happened?
And lightning comes into existence,
No.
hits the water, and somehow electricity, 10,000 volts or more of electricity, somehow zaps some sludge in the water, and it all comes to life. Isn't that amazing, folks? It's almost as if we've won the lottery 1 trillion times.
Miss Parker, I gotta wake up early tomorrow so that I
And then
can
things
go,
start crawling around the water,
film the
start growing fins and
sunrise.
eyeballs,
That's my
and
goal tomorrow
getting to the
morning.
point where things are
It's
getting really
supposed to be nice.
anatomical.
I want to film the sunrise.
One day the fish decide they don't want to sit in the water anymore. They want to go on a adventure. They crawl up on land. They realize that, hey, being a fish isn't very effective on land. Let's grow us some damn arms and legs and some fingers and hands.
Yep.
That makes sense. And let's
that's actually pretty much what happened. And you know what also happened, Brett? The opposite happened, where other creatures, land animals, went back into the sea. Well, usually because the sea is more available. That's what it is. There's more abundance in the sea. It usually happens during like climate change events when the sea levels rise, or during geologic events when a new ocean opens up. These things we know about, and we know about them through the fossil record, which you guys constantly deny, because a lot of the time you're like, gee man, well, I need to see all the transitional forms. Think about the amount of just animals in your general fucking area, especially your general area, Brett. And I'm talking like, 100, maybe 1 square mile. Okay, maybe 1 square mile. We'll talk about those animals, all the animals that exist in 1 square mile in 100 years. All right, all those animals, maybe one of them will fossilize. That's how rare it is. All of the animals that exist in that 1 square mile will more than likely not fossilize. That's how rare it is. So you're not going to get all of the transitional forms, but you are going to get evidence of those transitional forms. You're going to get evidence of a speciation, where you find more eggs in one place, and then of one species, and then progressively you'll find other species, more eggs here and there, and they'll fucking move around, and you'll find evidence of their living. I brought this up to G-Man, but he couldn't pronounce Eusthenopteron, which is it's fair. It's fair. It's a hard word, but he blocked me because he can't pronounce it, and he thinks I'm a troll because, well, Tiktaalik and Eusthenopteron existed, and they're evolutionary buddies.
More reptilian, more amphibian like. That way we can actually work around this new environment that we're walking in. And thank God we grew us some lungs so we can actually breathe in the air that's happening. I mean, it took 1 billion years to be able to learn how to breathe on land, but so be it. It is what it is, right? Then the magical mutations come together, totally unguided, totally a blind process. We have no idea what the hell these mutations are called. For some reason, the science books don't seem to know what all these things are called. It just continues to throw the idea out that this is what must have happened. This had to have been the case. No other alternative. And we grew these complex nervous systems. We learned how to feel pain. And then after billions of years of that bull nonsense, we started climbing trees and getting longer limbs and eating weird stuff, snails out the ground, who knows? And this is what it is. This is what it all comes down to. And here's what I find myself dealing with today.
People still eat snails. I'm sure you have snails in your house that eat.
Here we are, I'm 45 years old.
Brett.
I'm still questioning a lot of things in science. God
Big
knows
Bang
I've
and
questioned
evolution
a lot
are
of
different
religions and
topics,
things
but
about
the Big Bang
God.
is
I was
the
even atheist for a
expansion
while
of
there.
what we
I was
see
really
now.
convinced that I didn't have any
It's not
purpose.
the beginning.
There's no plan
Yes.
in my life.
Thank
But everything
you.
I love and care about, including myself.
We can only go back to the first 300,000 years of, I guess what we could call, well, the start of the universe. Other than that, we can't see beyond that. And that's the cosmic microwave background. That's 300,000 years after the beginning of the universe, or what we have theorized as the beginning of the universe. And I use that in the scientific sense of a theory, saying that that's the best, the closest thing to a fact that we have with the knowledge that we do have. regarding the origin of the universe, or the beginning of the universe. So not in
no
the
purpose, no plan, no nothing. That my
other
life
other
and death
sense of
would simply be the same.
colloquial sense of it
Didn't remember
being
what
a
happened
theory.
before I was
Like,
born.
I have
Won't
a
know what's happening to me after I
hypothesis.
die. It's just over. The lights go out.
guess.
The switch is pulled.
Escargot are
And I find
are
myself strangely in the
delicious?
same environment that I did whenever I was going to school. I ask questions, and somehow I'm a retard,
earthy.
and somehow I'm stupid for it. I really believe that if some of these people who are on the internet were standing right in
Hey,
front of me,
what's going
if
on,
they
Greg?
actually believed they could do it, they probably would. They'd probably flick me in the head. They'd probably throw shit
Rock
at me,
on.
laugh in my fucking face, and say, "You're stupid. You're retarded for questioning things." It's really odd when you think about it. When you actually read about real scientists,
Took me
and you
for
read
a
about
second.
how
It took me.
they question
It took
everything,
me a second to read
and that many of
for
them actually
some
did believe
reason.
that God was an alternative.
I was like, wait.
That the very guy, Charles Darwin himself, actually believed in God
What?
and believed that evolution could only work if there was an intelligent designer. It's amazing what you find out when you actually get the opportunity to step outside of the classroom and actually go to a library or explore the internet and discover that not all scientists are like that ignorant ass teacher.
Go to a what? Go to a where, Brett? Excuse me, one's in the chat if you heard that. Where are we going, Brett? Where are we going? I gotta go back 10 seconds because you're fucking slow and dumb. And that's why you said what? What'd you
Believed that
say?
evolution could only work if there was an intelligent designer. It's amazing what you find out when you actually get the opportunity to step outside of the classroom and actually go to a library or explore.
Go to a where? Uh-huh.
Step outside of the classroom and actually go to a library.
A fucking library? You got to step out of the classroom and go to the library to learn, to get learnt. Shut the fuck up, Brett. When was the last time you read anything that wasn't on a computer screen? Let me know that. When's the last time you read something that was like on a piece of paper that wasn't, a fucking Chinese menu? Because your brother was like, oh, yeah, hey, do you want some takeout? I'm pretty sure you're tired of white bread and mustard, you fucking douchebag. Library. Yeah, it's a library because it's all it is, a whole tree filled with lies. It's got the nothing but the devil's books. I tell you, they got pornography and poetry and science. It'll fuck you up. Library. Go to library. Oh, I have blueberries to go with my mint chocolate chip ice cream, Miss Parker. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I couldn't do the other one because it's copyrighted. What's going on, Lamort? Yes. Brett is a library. Also, this is normal speed.
Or explore the internet and discover that
I had him
not all
at 2 times
scientists are
speed
like
before.
that ignorant
This is
ass
normal.
teacher that was in your classroom who told you to shut up all the time. That there are actually scientists out there that care, and there's actually scientists out there that also believe in God. There are actually scientists out there who are willing to listen to your questions and discuss it with you, as where others are just arrogant, wanting to be on TV and wanting to sell books and diss your belief systems. I guess there's a variety and diversity of a lot of people. There is. Do I feel abused whenever I'm just simply trying to find answers, whether it's about God or whether it's about evolution? Do I feel like I'm being treated like an idiot when I'm sitting in a room filled with people who are either religious or non-believers who believe they came from primates, who believe that they evolved from slugs?
Pornberry sounds like a Kiwi Farms for like finding out who watches what porn and then using it against them. Am I wrong in that one?
Yet they arrogantly prance around, pridefully telling me, you just don't understand. You just don't get it. You're just stupid. Your lack of knowledge of science.
Excuse me.
If you'd read a book or just go search for yourself, it's all out there.
I am dubious as to whether or not Brett can read.
But I'm going to go one step further than
Brett, prove you can read.
Yeah, there's abuse towards children. The lies children get told every day by their parents.
Even when Brett isn't speaking too slowly, he sounds fucking slow.
As well.
Yeah, he's a fucking dull-witted moron.
I've seen atheists.
Is the best way to describe
and then when they question
Brett Keane.
Other atheists rip them apart for it. What are you, ignorant or something? What are you, stupid? Yeah.
Dumb. I'm a big, dumb, stupid idiot.
There's something wrong.
And I don't believe in a
God. It
God.
seems to me if people don't understand something and you really believe that people don't know better, wouldn't you do your best to be respectful and try to teach people, not try to belittle them and make them feel like crap?
Yeah, I read a couple chapters of
one. Not all in the same boat, whether you believe in God or not. That we should try to learn
dubious
together,
as to whether or not
humanity should
Brett
grow and
can
progress
read.
Together. And in the end, as we're all laying on our deathbed and we're about to go, like my grandmother did, like my mother did, like I will one day, wouldn't it be better when we're all about to take our last breath that we make absolute sure that we know what the hell we're talking about before that final day happens, that unfortunate moment where you leave everybody you love and everything you care about
Everybody
behind?
in different backgrounds.
Isn't it important to know things?
I feel like that's not fitting.
Or is it more important to feel like we know it all when we truly don't? I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for something I'm not. God bless.
Donuts. Oh no,
Well,
I don't want to watch that. He's a big channel. Brett, that made no sense and it was very stupid. You didn't explain at all how evolution is child abuse. All you said was that you think that evolution is dumb and that you disagree with it and that it had an impact in your life that you see as negative. So the fact that your anecdotal evidence of having a negative interaction with evolution, that means that it's child abuse, even though it doesn't. Evolution in no way justifies, theory of evolution in no way justifies abuse. It doesn't really go into psychology, really. You could just like, I mean, you could be like the evolution of psychology, sure, but no, nothing other than that. Like, it doesn't provide. When you say there's no moral parameters, yeah, there's no moral parameters. Moral parameters are ascribed to us by society. There's a little bit of nature in there that goes along with it because it doesn't make sense for us to, wantonly just kill each other. It's not beneficial for the species for us to kill each other, but oftentimes it's beneficial for the species to go to warfare or to resort to warfare in order to, I don't know, propagate. That's just how human nature kind of is. What's going on, Mary Sunshine? What's going on here? We're looking at Brett Keane. He's an idiot. He's very dumb. I'm dumb. I am dumb. This is true. Okay, check it out. The other day I was running through the woods and I tried to be high speed and jump over this tree. Well, I fell and I landed on the branch. I landed like boom, hit like that and fell off. It didn't really. It kind of hurt. The unfortunate part is I don't bruise at all. Like, it's really hard for me to bruise. So, like a day and a half later, my entire arm was just absolutely just crushed. Like, it hurt like a motherfucker, but you couldn't see any of the pain because I don't bruise. So I was just sitting there like, man, my arm's fatigued, and it's my dominant hand. So it's not like I can. It's not like I can, play it off. So I had to work with that, and I think I compensated a bunch this week. So my back actually kind of hurts. Sand lizard. This bitch knows me and still never wrenched me. All right. You know what? That's fair enough. I'll give you that. I do need a couple moderators, but what I really need is moderators for the wood streams. People that are sticking around for that is the really essential thing. But I'll give one to you. I will be that gracious to you, Mary Sunshine. Just don't abuse it. Otherwise, Mango will come after you. It's true. Mango's a peach. Jesus, she's got one hard center, one hard pit. Anyway, folks, what's going on, pecan pie? Pecan pie? Depends on where you're from. Vaughn's from Ohio, so he doesn't understand that when you're from a different place, it means that when someone asks you, oh, how do you pronounce it? You don't say, oh, I'm from Ohio. Anyway, the other day I was running in the forest. Well, I walked in on, the other day, yeah, that shit was fun. Hey, what's going on, Janice? It's been a while since I've seen you damn near anyway, I think. Well, I can't really join in a lot of chats anyway. I don't know if that was an insult or a compliment. You're welcome. I want Mango to come after me. All right. She will if you're not careful. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay. Too easy. Where is the Do you have the YouTube link? I guess I can just go to. I guess I can just go to this. All right. I gotta get the pee. Of course I do. Now that you said something.
Okay, I just.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't mean to put this disgusting bullshit on your screen. So we got fucking we got major molestache over here, and I don't know, Captain Knuckles, disgusting cousin. They say a lot of things in this, and I should have looked for it. Oh, right to it. Perfect. All right. There's a lot of shit in here. First of all, Trump did not win the 2020 election. That is false. So I'm gonna take that off of the screen. If you want to put it on screen, fine, it'll stay on the screen. Trump did not win the 2020 election. You dumb assholes need to get over it. I think you guys are just on the edgelord bandwagon, but you're too dumb to understand that. Well, the things you're saying are actually detrimental to bigger and dumber idiots than yourselves, which is wild. Okay. Don't do Captain like that. Hey, I said his dirty cousin or whatever, you know. What's going on, BB Gate? I lick the like button. Happy Friday. Did you guys lick the like button? I can't say that. Lick the like button. I lick the like button, folks. Guys, take the fedora out of your hat. Don't chew with your mouth full, and lick the like button. And you know what? This stream will go perfectly smooth.
A week ago.
A little over a week
I'm
ago.
at work and this shit go. I was too involved in that Amber Heard thing.
Yeah.
And I wasn't watching the straight news.
This dude straight up just passes out. It's actually kind of funny.
You know, the regular news, not the cracky stuff.
Hardened liberal, and he's like,
shut up.
All
right.
And I've been telling everybody I can't. Waking everybody up. Throw me up.
Vaughn, we're gonna stick on the science. We're gonna go into more science. We got some more science.
Waking everybody up
folks.
about this.
Hey, what's going on, the Wanderer? Take the fedora out of your take the fedora out of your head, folks.
Now check this shit out. Okay, now this is official.
All right.
This is official.
Wait. You know, right now is not all right. Is the fitting title? Yeah, you know what? It's. Trust me. There's too much. This has been a week.
And NASA and scientific.
Tell me about it. Tell me about
chart
it,
on the gases in our atmosphere right now.
Mm-hmm.
78 nitrogen, 21 oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
Argon is 1%. Other gases is under 1%. But look at carbon dioxide, 0.04%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what has the
That's
WHO been screaming at us for years after years after years after years? Oh my God, carbon dioxide is going to kill us all. We got to lower our.
Too easy. Yes, it does. It's not going to kill us all. All right. Raising the levels of carbon dioxide beyond this 0.04%, because I don't actually know where the fuck this comes from, and this is a very simple chart anyway. So it's not showing anything in really detail. So let's stick with the 0.04%. If that increases, say 0.05, or let's say to 0.1, that's going to have a whole hell of a lot of more of a detrimental effect on the atmosphere and the planet and ourselves than if we go up by 1% in oxygen. Seriously, it will, because it's going to trap a whole hell of a lot more heat. It's going to be far more detrimental to our environment. It's a greenhouse gas. It traps heat. We are going to destroy the ice caps. Floods are going to happen. Worse weather events are going to happen. More violent and frequent weather events are going to happen. Does he mean monoxide? No, he means carbon dioxide. He's an idiot. He's really that dumb. Girlfriend just broke up with me, so I came to admire your Nashers, your pearly whites, and your fedora-less hat to cheer me up before I head to sleep. Well, I'm sorry about that, dude. Everybody, can we get some can we get some love in the chat for Wanderer? That sucks, man. Hey, look, you can do better. Let's just say that you're the Wanderer. You got that nice like golden iron face or bronze face. There you go. That swarthy Latin charm. I don't know. You got that the accent. You should take a trip to Australia. There you go. Better yet, take a trip to America. Just plow around what you call. See, there you go. Stang Doll. Stang Doll's got you. Miss Parker begging that booty up. She's like, oh yeah, give me all the love. PP Gate. And Mary Sunshine. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. But yeah, let's talk about how much more of an idiot this guy is. While, or I'm gonna let him talk, and then I got something for you.
Carbon footprint.
Hopefully you haven't seen this one. This one's just for
but look at the carbon dioxide. It's only 0.04. So is carbon dioxide going to kill our ass anytime soon? Fuck no,
yes.
It ain't. What's going to get us is this goddamn nitrogen at 78%. That's
You're
what's
dumb.
going to get us.
You're an idiot.
But
okay.
See,
right.
you know, the WHO, man, lied. They lied about carbon dioxide. They said carbon dioxide is evil. It's going to kill us all. We need to tax the fuck out of you over carbon dioxide. Well, this pie chart, though, says it's only 0.04% of the atmosphere. In fact, if the WHO succeeds in cutting this down by 50%, like they claim, all plant life on Earth will die.
You're dumb. You're an idiot. Okay, first of all, no, that's not at all what's actually going to happen. I think he actually says that if it gets reduced, it'll go into a negative. If it gets reduced by 50%, it will go into a negative, but that doesn't make sense because it would be 0.02%. And no, all plant life wouldn't die. Plant life as existed on this planet with vastly more amounts of carbon dioxide and vastly less amounts of carbon dioxide. So it's not necessarily dependent on the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere as long as it's above zero, and there's life. So if you're worried about the nitrogen, now again, all right. So this son of a bitch is worried about the nitrogen in the atmosphere. You know, the shit that turns the sky blue. That's why the sky is blue. It's because of the nitrogen. That's 78% nitrogen. The reason the sky
it has to.
I'm just gonna let him
because
finish.
if you take 50% off of 0.04, that's a negative fucking number. I don't need to be a math whiz to know that one. That's a
you can't do 25 times 3. You can't.
Negative number. Which
You
means all
proved
plant
that
life
on
will
camera.
die. If they cut that number by 50%,
And no, it's not a negative number.
all plant life will die. Now, maybe not kind of, it will die. And if
Hey,
the
what's going
plant
on,
life
Draco?
dies, guess who's next, boys and girls? So these people, once again, have been proven to be absolutely fucking insane, and somebody needs to rein them in. I don't know who would do that, but you know, because
Well,
we don't
it's
have
not gonna be
an
you, 'cause you're an
international
idiot.
tribunal. We need one.
Oh, shut the fuck up. All right. So anyway, somewhere in there he says, well, nitrogen is an inert gas. So are all the noble gases. Nitrogen is not an inert gas, and nitrogen bonds are one of the strongest and most energy laden bonds in nature. So nitrogen composing 78% of our atmosphere, which it has for, you know, a significant amount of time, at least, you know, 3 million years, 4 million years. Nitrogen composing 78% of our atmosphere has not killed any human beings or other animals, because that 21% oxygen is what we are used to, along with all the other gases which we have to get used to breathing as they increase and decrease, which they would do at normal levels throughout time. However, thanks to humans, those gases have gone up and down and all over the fucking place so quickly that we can't actually adapt, and neither can the planet. The planet's just going to do what it's going to do, and that's what it's doing. It's doing its fucking thing. So, let me explain this. What made sense in that? What made sense my weird ramblings? I just had to explain why we don't die in our own atmosphere to a 60-year-old man. That's why we're here, folks. That's why we're here. That's what we look at. Fuck me. You have been here for 30 years more than myself. And you don't even understand that if this is the composition of the atmosphere, there's a reason you haven't died, you dumbass. Fuck me. I heard lizard people were doing lizard things. Absolutely fit and curvy. We're doing it. We're taking on the Petri dish clan. The planet is fine. The people are fucked. Oh yes, this is true. This is 100% true. The planet's gonna be fine. The planet doesn't give a fuck. Lizard, you need to put some more fedora in your head and respect your elders, bitch. Ooh, let a motherfucker tell me you respect your elders. Hold the fuck on. It's my elders that got us into this situation. Just saying. Boomer logic. I know if Miss Parker's there. Where are you at, Miss Parker? I heard you. Miss Parker. This is true. 100%. Fun fact. I don't know if about U.S. military is the world's largest polluter. Want to say your planet? Hashtag landbags. The answer. Look it up. Bye. Okay. What's going on in Schmooze? Go fuck yourself. Anyway, but the U.S. military is the largest consumer of fossil fuels in the entire world. This is 100% true. Yeah, people suck. Fawn has claimed to be a working environmental scientist. Fawn has not worked other than the time he worked for his mom in that nursing home, and then there was another time where he worked for like a Save-A-Lot or something, and then they like cheated him out of his paycheck and he only responded by throwing down his smock after 3 missed pay periods. Motherfucker, if I don't get what I'm paid, if I don't get what I'm owed that pay period, I'm fucking gone. I'm not coming back. You think there's a reason like a lot of places will give your pay stub at the end of the day, because if they give any like pay cuts or anything, they want you to be fucking gone when you realize that. They want you to have that cooling off period. Hashtag secret secretions. Breaking the system, folks. Help triple or $0 bill pay and get her stock options by buying some merch. Please do. Yeah, I don't know. Land back. Fine. Fuck. Man. Oh, hey, Ravenous Bean. I thought I saw you. Nitrogen gas is triple bonded, and these triple bonds are extremely hard to break. A triple bond is one of the hardest atomic bonds to break in the entire world. But which is why, what is that thing? What is it? Azide, whatever the fuck that is, like the most explosive chemical, and it's just a bunch of nitrogen bonds that are weakly connected, but they're right next to a bunch of really strong triple bonds. So when the double bonds break, the triple bonds also break, and it just, I think, don't quote me on it. What's going on? And I gotta check out your whatchamacalls. Everybody check out Rav chilling on his music, because I always get those when I'm about to go to sleep, and I always want to be in the chat, but I'm about to go to sleep. Gotta give you the view, at least. I'm gonna go design some lizard merch because I'm bored, and feel free to use it. Oh shit, dude. Hey, look, I will I'll commission you for some lizard merch. Why the fuck not? Yeah, just send me some designs and we'll talk. Just send it in Discord. We'll be all right.
Well, all right. We need an international tribunal, and we need it fast, because if they go ahead with their plans to cut carbon dioxide by another 50%, all plant life on Earth is doomed. It's going to be gone. It'll literally choke to death because it won't be able to get the carbon dioxide it needs to breathe. And look how low oxygen is too. Low oxygen is pretty fucking low too.
Oh, dude, go into a 100% oxygen atmosphere. Guess what? You are in a danger zone. Fun fact: the Apollo 1, the astronauts that died in the capsule fire, the reason it caught on fire and the reason it burned so quickly and they weren't able to get out is because they had pure oxygen in there. And after that, they had to change it to an atmospheric mixture that was far less flammable, because they figured, well, we want to have them, gassed out. We want to make sure that they get there, so we'll put pure oxygen in there. Well, once a fire started, you have pure oxygen in there, and it's burning, and it's just going to burn hotter and hotter and hotter and pull more and more in, and that's what happened. Darth Vader joke. Hashtag fun facts with Nietzsche. You'll pass out. Highly explosive. Yes. Well, oxygen is flammable. Yes, this is true. Hydrogen is explosive. Yeah, AK is one of those. All right.
Everybody says we want green energy. We want green energy. Okay, well, here's an idea, a novel fucking idea. Why don't we figure out something that'll fucking run off of nitrogen? How about we figure that shit out? How about we get the bean counters to come up with a way of running off of nitrogen,
dumbass,
so that we can use up the nitrogen in the atmosphere and get back to carbon dioxide and oxygen again. That's what we need.
Because you have no idea.
If somebody really wants green energy, figure out how to get this damn nitrogen, use this damn nitrogen to power our cars and power our homes and power whatever. That's what we need to fucking do. But yeah, I mean, WHO, isn't that what they said? Carbon dioxide is evil. We got to lower our carbon footprint and all that bullshit.
Yeah. We absolutely
Well, there it is.
do.
Carbon dioxide is only 0.04%. It ain't posing no threat to us.
That is a massive threat. That's horrible. It's not good. If that went to 1%, then we would all die. It would be fucked on this planet. There would not be people. Whatever humans are now, there would not be them.
It's the damn nitrogen posing a threat to us. That's the danger. Now, I know that there's
this is why you can't smoke around someone with an oxygen tank. Exactly.
Okay, put a mask on and take a
yes, 100%. Divers use a mix of gases. It's
breath,
really interesting.
Motherfucker, and see what happens to your ass.
The deeper you go, the difference in the mixture.
I think you might have killed Dan, Vaughn. I think you put him to sleep.
I think I killed Dan, didn't I? Yeah, he fell asleep on me.
Number looks small, so
but
the
anyway,
effect is small. Dunning-Kruger alert. Yeah, dude,
totally
fucking top left award.
About carbon dioxide, haven't they? Hell yeah, they did.
Very fucking
totally
stupid.
Fucking lied about it. Carbon dioxide is only 0.04% of the atmosphere. That's it. And you could get, and this is straight from actual science, man. This is the science.
Guys, this. Vaughn, are you fucking trolling me? You son of a bitch. He said this simple ass guy. This is from actual science. Guys. That's the source.
This is what they claim.
This is what
NASA has made this claim. Government has made this claim. All the scientific community has made this claim. So it's pretty rock solid.
It's not.
I think we lost Dan.
Suck.
But anyway,
God.
But yeah, man, and even argon is under 1%.
Argon and other gases. Yeah, those are noble gases. All of those noble gases are inert. Radon is the one you need to worry about, because radon is naturally occurring and it's naturally radioactive. So if you are worried about radon in your house, because it naturally occurs as a gas, go and get a radon detector, and it will detect your radon. Yeah, this is a sus as fuck pie chart. Yeah, this pie chart came from some kind of textbook. It's like barely filled out. Like, if you were to actually break this down, nitrogen would be something like 76.32% or some shit like that. Oh my god. Vaughn is inhaling that under trailer dog shit in the Kentucky heat every day. He's killing his brain cells all the time. Do we expect anything less? Folks, how many days into summer? What's the first day of summer? What is the first day of summer? Oh, Google, tell me. First day of summer. Shut up, chat. I already Googled it. June 21st. All right, so we got 11 days. Before my channel goes down. Oh, that's gonna suck, dude. I don't care. Anyway, you can definitely lie with stats and charts. This is true. Mango Jones, I'm surprised he has any left. Oh yeah, brain cell. So June 21st. How many days after the start of the summer is Vaughn going to lose his floor? Because we know the dog shit and piss is the heat is just cooking all of it underneath. And basically what's happening is all of that ammonia and all of those gases are just deteriorating everything underneath the structure. So we have to guess, like, when is he going to fall through? 11 days before summer. It's hot already in Texas. Well, he's in Kentucky. He's only a few hundred miles south of me. And he's not, I mean, he runs the air conditioner all the fucking time. He's got to. I'm technically born in spring. You, like, every spring you're born in, like, every other. You were technically born in spring? Is that what you're trying to say? Hey, get the fuck out of here. Any, you know what? I'm not going to do it. One of my mods, please time out Yato. 4 days after your B-Day? Man, nobody cares. Anyway, happy birthday, Yato the Petty God, except everybody, welcome summer. The humidity starts early in the holler. All right, I'm gonna let these guys play. I gotta
the oxygen is getting low there. And that's another thing, too. If this nitrogen keeps getting bigger, what's it going to do to the oxygen? It's going to squeeze out.
You believe that there's a cocksucker in our comments section that says they want to donate to Rev and Shanny?
Yeah, I actually do believe that. Yeah, I do. Because that's
the most explosive reactive substance we've discovered is chlorine trifluoride. Virtually everything sets it off. Is it chlorine trifluoride? I wouldn't know. Because I've seen a bunch of videos on azide. But chlorine trifluoride does, I don't know. It sounds familiar. Can you send me a link? I don't know if you're in the Discord. If not, I won't send you a link. Pretty sure you are, but send me a link to that because I don't know.
Insanity.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
The level of insanity, it just knows no fucking end with these people. They're fucking crazy.
You gotta be fucking crazy to think like that. You want to donate to people?
$3,000. They suckered them out of $3,000, and them sitting with a fucking bank account of $2 million in Pennsylvania. What the fuck, man? Of course, it's going to be Shanny's money now that Rev beat up her special needs kid. Damn, Rev, that was stupid. That was really stupid, man.
I don't really have a problem with Shanny and Rev, but shit, holy cow!
Well, you ain't got no money now because she's going to demand every penny of it. She's going to demand every penny of it now. He beat up her special needs kid, and she'll get it too. She'll get it. I guarantee she will. I guarantee she'll get it. Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt she'll get it.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. And Solar slept right through the whole goddamn thing.
Yes, sir. I dreamed I was sleeping. That's what was really funny, guys.
Yeah,
I listened to it. I had a dream and I was sleeping. That's how I figured.
Yeah, that's what you dreamed you were sleeping. All right, there you go.
Sleeping. I heard you saying about, hey, look at this window, right? You were talking about windows.
Yeah, well, kind of. I was kind of talking about it. But anyway, so how about that flight, man? That was a good flight, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude, it flew to the left. Okay, now when it flew to the left, be able to bring it back around, or
well, that's the thing. If the motor hadn't died, I was going to make some adjustments in the transmitter, and I would have got a nice straight flight out of it. But unfortunately, I didn't get the chance. But man, those thick cantilever wings, man, it just shot right up into the air, man, just like crazy.
Yeah. You can't enter any of these
It was awesome. Where is it? Let me see if I can find the scrap, and then that way I can forgo all the other stuff and just play the scrap. Let's see where it's at.
I just want to say one more time.
Somewheres.
Trump did not win the 2020 election. This is these people's opinions. They can all go fuck themselves. They're idiots. This guy is falling asleep. This dude doesn't understand the atmosphere he literally lives in and has lived in for the past 60 years. And yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, he just woke up. The guy at the bottom. No, Solar. Okay, Solar's an interesting fellow. There's not much I know about him. I'm not sure if he's like a troll or a friend of Vaughn's. I know he's kind of an unscrupulous character. He says he has a really good job. He does what he does, but like he works a lot of hours. So I think he's just like stoned and falling asleep. This is what Secular kind of said. So maybe he's stoned and falling asleep. I don't know. All right, sweet. Thank you, Papalopagus. The guy in bottom is high as fucker has to be. Yeah, he's probably pretty stoned,
Somewheres.
but he's also probably about to pass out. That's why.
Where is it? Is that it?
Yeah.
They're saying
It's crazy.
Rev is raising $5,000 for bail. He needs $500
When you,
a bail bond.
When you're constantly looking down into a pit of snakes, you oftentimes see patterns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just said Shani versus Rev is the new Johnny versus Amber case. Oh.
God,
well, technically, right. I guess. Yeah.
Go fuck yourself on Helm. You're dumb. You don't know anything. Sand won't save you this time. Ooh. All right. What was this about? Science. Going to this. Sand on fire. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this is chlorine trifluoride is what you were talking about. All right, this article says, in a comment to my post on putting out fires last week, one commenter mentioned the utility of the good old sand bucket. I wonder if there was anything that would go on to set the sand on fire. Thanks to a note from reader Robert L., I can report that there is such an ingredient, chlorine trifluoride. Excuse me. I'm not going to read this whole maybe. Yeah, I can read this whole last thing. All right. I've not encountered this fine substance myself, but reading up on its properties, I immediately reading up on its properties immediately gives it a spot on my no way, no how list. Let's put it this way. During World War II, the Germans were very interested in using it in self-igniting flamethrowers. This is where I fucking remember it, but found it too nasty to work with. Yeah, the Nazis didn't want to work with it. The Nazis thought it was too harsh. Oftentimes, that was more towards possible harm to the troops rather than possible harm or what do you call reconstruction? Whatever's after the battle. There's a term for it. Anyway. It is apparently about the most vigorous fluorinating agent known and is much more difficult to handle than fluorine gas. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. All right. That's one of those statements you don't get to hear very often, and it should be enough to make any sensible chemist turn around smartly and head down the hall in the other direction. The compound also a strong oxidizing agent than the compound is also a stronger oxidizing oxidizing agent than oxygen itself, which also puts into rare territory. Okay, let's take that into effect. Okay, let's take that into your mind. It's better at oxidizing than oxygen. Now, an oxidization process is not a. It doesn't. I don't think it involves oxygen. It's just a term for a process. But I think like that's actually ridiculous because oxygen is actually extremely reactive. That's why if you take if you put some nails in water, within an hour they'll be rusty. Like it'll melt them down. If you leave them in there for a year, they'll melt down. They'll, as long as you shake them off. It's me. You're back. You left. Who's that? Johnny Appleseed? I am the man. I like your funny words, Lizard Man. Well, have a drink on me. I don't know. Well, we gotta have that Fallout stream. Oh, I do have something for you, but I found it, but I don't know why. Ah, there it is. Okay, this one's for the Wanderer. You watching? Let me know if you're watching. But I'm gonna read it after this, or we're gonna watch it after this. Just let me know. I can spill a drink on you? That's fucked up, dude. Okay. All right, check this out. So check this out. That means it can potentially go on to burn things that would not normally consider already burnt to hell and gone. And a practical consequence of that is that it'll start roaring reactions with things like bricks and asbestos tile. It's been used in the semiconductor industry to clean oxides off of surfaces, at which activity it no doubt excels. There's a report from the early 1950s in this PDF. I got it here. It's on the thing. Of a 1-ton spill of the stuff. It burned its way through a foot, 12 inches. So, yeah, figure that one out. A third of a meter of concrete floor, and shoot up another meter of sand and gravel beneath, completing a day that I'm sure no one involved ever forgot. That process, I should add, would necessarily have been accompanied by copious amounts of horribly toxic and corrosive byproducts. It's bad enough when your reagent ignites wet sand, but the clouds of hot hydrofluoric acid are your special door prize if you're foolhardy enough to hang around and watch the fireworks. Yeah, I'm good. 12 inches. 12 inches. Yeah, 12 inches. A whole ass foot. All right, this one's for you, the Wanderer. I hope you... Oh, no. I'll have to do this. Huh. I found that the other day. That was one of the ones I was looking for because I had a couple of I have a couple of Fallout things, but very few. That was one of the ones, but I found it. It's fucking. It's straight up. Someone just like cropped in Tom and Jerry sound effects. I love it. All right. Hopefully that made your day just a little bit better, because it might get a little bit worse. And you're that has to do with I don't know, maybe me reading. I'm gonna take a break from reading. We're gonna watch some stuff, and not Admiral. Fuck you, Admiral Six Killer. You sack. Ugh. We're gonna listen to somebody. We're gonna listen to an idiot. A bigger idiot. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna put this to a vote. So one's in the chat for why I stopped teaching. Two's in the chat for the truth about abortion. And three's in the chat for combating the sexualization of our children. The latter be the final one being the longest. Appreciate it, man. Scales. Yeah, no problem, dude. I actually had that one loaded regardless if you were here. Regardless of you know, you need it or not. Yeah, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. You know, 1. We got. All right, I'm gonna go with your first choice. 3. I'm ready to get angry. I don't know. All right, all right. So we need one more vote. Otherwise, we need a tiebreaker. Otherwise, we're gonna go with why I stopped teaching. That's been stuck in my fucking head. Miss Parker fucked me up. I got too many of the fun mental illnesses for that, Miss Parker. Lizard be like, straight up, bro. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no, I gotta do this. That's what I gotta do. 3. You say 1, you sniff crushed up toenails. We actually got that from Toasty. You got what from Toasty? What'd you get from Toasty? I'm not gonna time you out, Yato. I'm not a poop face. I wouldn't time you out. Someone else time him out. Oh, you know, you're old dumb Susan. All right, 3. We're going with 3. 3 it is.
Welcome to my CEO Talks. I invite you to hear some of the conversations I have with.
Oh, hey, guys, folks. This is exactly the fucking problem right here. Why am I listening to a CEO? Aren't corporations evil? Aren't these big tech companies like a big fucking issue and all this other shit? I mean, they're corporations. They do whatever the fuck they want. So why am I listening to this guy? Is he the good one? Is he one of the good ones? He looks like a slimy douche. Can we agree to that? Female bred.
The most interesting leaders who walk through my office. Today, I sat down with my friend Jakub Boyens, who runs an anti-sex trafficking organization in the United States. We had an alarming conversation about the sexualization of our children in schools and in the media, and its impact on sex crimes. I hope the discussion empowers you and gives you the tools to keep our children safe.
Now I know why I'm listening to this particular CEO. That's fair. I can admit when I'm wrong.
The mother instinct should be to protect our children.
Yes.
And to fight for our children and purity and innocence. And I wish I saw more moms, and especially, you know, mother figures that are in Hollywood or on the front line, but not actually fighting to protect our kids. I hear moms complain about what they're seeing, but they're not actively pushing in the type of way that you would expect moms to
Excuse
fight.
me. Sorry.
And one of the things that I've been noticing recently is that as I
Bro,
bring to
that's
other
so
parents
gross.
this
Oh my
information
God.
about the sexualization of the school curriculum, both in public and private schools, not only in California, I've seen it in Alabama, I've seen it in Nashville,
Across
I've
the
seen it in
country.
Texas, everywhere.
Wild. It's so crazy that this right-wing propagandist from PragerU hit 3 major southern hubs of both population and culture. It's crazy that you went straight for those and not, things that, actually
People
have
literally do not
this going
believe me.
on.
Yeah.
I don't
They
know.
actually
Thank you, Ravenous Bean. I was waiting for somebody to ask the question. I don't know how anything is sexualized. The only people who are sexualizing this are the PragerU crowd, the conservatives. I made this point somewhere in a comment that I couldn't find. Correct me if I'm wrong. Drag, like drag queens, it's not about sex. It's a performance. It's actual performance art. You're just a drag queen. That's what you do. It's a performance. So, if they're saying that drag queens are grooming children, then that means that they have sexualized drag queens. Congratulations. You're the creepy one. You're the weird one in the room. Just got it. Shouldn't it be the shouldn't that be the parental instinct? Or are you guys just incapable? Please, CEO person, explain. Yes. You own a business. You're worth talking to, right? Or just argued this with Gigi Allen, really? Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Lord knows what they're gonna do when they find out about Minecraft YouTubers, dude. It's I mean,
actually tell me that I'm lying about
just
it.
wait.
I'm
wait
making
until
it
I go
up.
to the Catholic Church.
I'm exaggerating. It's either not that bad or not really what I'm showing them. And I've actually come to a point where I've collected pictures from schools all over the country. And I show them the curriculum. I show them the books. I show them the pictures of the images in the classrooms. And most of the parents, the way they react when I show them is this.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I don't believe it's possible. No way. Oh, it must be a French school. This school.
What's her name? Let's see. Marissa Street. Mango, can you please look up Marissa Street and any of these pictures she's actually shown? I really want to know what pictures she's shown. There's something I gotta do really quick. I'm gonna let this play, but I gotta do this.
Must be totally fringe and so progressive, so deep in Los Angeles, California, Hollywood. Only over there it's going to happen. And I say to them, no, I've seen this in my own eyes. I'm not lying about it.
The problem is these major Democrat cities, these major liberal areas, right? Exactly.
And
so she's making these distinctions. This is how propaganda works.
Parents just don't want to accept that it's
really not
that it's
that
real.
hard.
They don't want to accept that it's real, that these kinds of books are shared in kindergarten, for example.
But I'll say this. We need to take a really hard look at what we've allowed to creep in the back door by leaving the door open, by abdicating our responsibility as parents. Great. Yes, we build business. We're entrepreneurs on the right. We believe in small business. We believe in enterprise. But you can't abdicate the responsibility of stewarding your child, thinking that you can drop your child off at some indoctrination camp, and surely they will do the right thing. I'm sure they won't tell Johnny he's not Johnny. He's really, or just ask a question. Are you sure? That's all you need to do with the child. So these books, the material you have, number one, I'll go to war. This is what we do. This is a fact. It is in the deepest red state areas. Because what people don't understand, 1970, we signed the obscenity exemption statute in this country. The obscenity exemption statute was signed for police to say, look, we have to be able to look at pornographic or nude material of children at a crime scene in order to investigate. So you've got to give us parameters here. We've got to be able to share. Okay, great. Then the medical society came in and they said, well, we do too. And then they slipped in education and what? Libraries. This is why you can see a picture of an actual naked woman in a library, and it's legal. You take the picture off the wall, you walk into the street, you show it to a child, it's a felony. You're going to jail.
Hold the fucking phone. What? Whoa. Hold up. There is a lot to fucking unpack in that bullshit. Holy shit. From Diego Buyen's website, Restoring Lives and Transforming Culture, the character of God through exposing evil, redeeming media, and rebuilding family, and combating sex trafficking. Yeah, he's a giant piece of shit. I told him that that if a kid is attending an adult show, it's on the parents. It comes with a warning. Yeah, that's 100% true. The same thing with the ESRB, you fucking idiots. Same with when you take your kids to a fucking movie. Jesus. If you don't want to see, if you think Frozen is gay or something like that, take your kids home, make some homemade popcorn and shit, since you're some down-home meat and potatoes motherfucker. Do that and watch some pure flicks with your kids. Trust me. When they watch Frozen, they're gonna be like, wow, Pure Flix fucking sucks. Because it does. Jesus Christ. Like, so you get, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, so you can just have porn all over the place? No. You can show nudity as it's displayed as art or as it's displayed in science. You can't just have pornography in a library. Nowhere in the United States, please, somebody show me, where in the United States can you have pornography as like a subject in a library? Holy shit. Oh, he brings up fucking MK Ultra. Are you kidding me? Okay, but GG Allen said that the video game rating comparison is hyperbole. That doesn't make any sense. He's an idiot. They're an idiot. Oh my god, dude. Let's keep going. This is about to get fucking wild.
And so the school system is so nefarious. They understand most curriculums. Once you get a curriculum approved in the school system, volume 1, it's tough. Volume 2, they don't even check. Volume 3, they don't check. So now you just morph it. You just move it. They've moved it to this straight porn, what we call smut, which is anime porn, straight porn in the classroom. And we're not talking about French kissing. We're talking about oral sex.
Right.
Depicted.
I want to show you.
What? Where, sir? Where is this happening? Oh my god. This is nothing but fucking lies. What? Yeah, exactly. 2 guns. Can you imagine the depravity of the porn section of I shouldn't even repeat that. All right, it's there in the comments. You said it. Oh my god. What the fuck are you talking about?
Something.
Anal sex depicted.
I want to show you something. This is from a school in Los Angeles, but I know it's been in many schools in Austin as well. In fact, this is part of English literature, and this is mandatory English literature in high school under marginalized voices, a specific section of English curriculum in high schools. And this is, by the way, the least offensive image I could find because I really,
but
I'm
it's still
so
depicting. It's
uncomfortable.
still depicting gays.
Somebody find me this. Somebody find me this. If it's school curriculum, if it's educational, I can show it. Find me where this is.
In this is mandatory English literature in high school under marginalized voices, a specific section of English curriculum.
Somebody find me marginalized voices and find me where it has this book. Where is it? Where is it? What level of schooling is this book where it has the gay people? Where is this? This is the least offensive image. Okay, yeah, this is the least offensive image. Oh my god, it's some gay dudes. Why are you showing this dude some gay porn? Basically, you're just like look at these gay dudes having sex, and he's just like, yes, this is disgusting. This guys, listen, okay. If you're going to outlaw a certain type of porn, there has to be someone who looks at that porn, okay? Now, we can all agree, I'm pretty sure everyone in my fucking chat, myself here included, all the lurkers as well, I don't know about, Dark Ninja and them, but we can all agree that child porn is something that does not need to exist, and the people who actually filter that stuff are fucking heroes because they have to look at it. These people are disgusting and weird and ass backwards, and this doesn't make any fucking sense. This is awful. This is the censorship. This is their censorship. Seriously. Place your bets. Did PragerU link the source in the description? No, they did not. Subscribe. Let's see, PragerU. Show less. Shop. Nope. We just got a bunch of links to PragerU stuff.
In high schools. And this is, by the way, the least offensive image I could find because I really,
but
I'm
it's still
so
depicting.
uncomfortable.
It's still depicting gay sex right here.
How is this not considered porn?
It is porn.
So why isn't a teacher who...
Why are you showing this dude some gay porn and being like, oh, yeah. So this is gay porn? Yeah. So he's not uncomfortable. I mean,
he's teaching something like
okay, maybe he's... Dude combats sex trafficking. He might have seen a thing or two. I don't expect him to, like, cringe or anything, but...
This, essentially...
liable.
Liable. Exactly.
Should be liable.
Right.
Should be liable down to the teacher, but here's what's happened.
I could never do that job. Same with like 911 operator. I could never do those types of jobs. That's something that takes a fucking hero.
In our school system, the superintendent, unilaterally, no matter where you go in this country, the superintendent has full autonomy to approve a curriculum. Even if the Texas State Board of Education, we fought like crazy. Glenn Beck helped. We rallied 6.4 million Texans to stand against comprehensive sex ed at the Texas State School Board level. They voted it down. Well, the Dallas Independent School District, Austin Independent School District superintendent said, well, we're going to teach it. And it's in. Parents are like deaf, dumb, and mute about this. Then all of a sudden their child comes home completely dysfunctional, and you can't just flip a switch. Once the child is exploited that way, there's major damage. That is pornography. It's porn.
Is the reason we can't...
Who is this being shown to? The book is called Gender Queer. It's a graphic novel about someone discovering their sexual identity. It is not required reading anywhere. It is a banned book in most districts. Thank you. There you go. Please send me please post a link in the chat if you can. Go fuck yourself, you idiot. God damn, dude. Like, Ninja, Tragic, whoever the fuck you are, whatever asshole you are. I said this earlier. When you look down upon a pit of snakes long enough, you tend to see patterns. Good fucking land, you guys are idiots. And it doesn't make any fucking sense. So she's one, lying, two, misrepresenting what this book is actually, what this book actually is, and three, demonizing the LGBT community, as well as the teaching, like as well as education, by saying all of these falsehoods. So
actually sue the school is the reason, because this is an illustration and not an actual picture. Because I thought that, I mean, you're a sex trafficking rescuer.
Front runner
right?
in this
You're on
fight.
the front line.
Yes, yeah.
What is their reasoning that we can't actually sue them? Because it's not a picture?
No, they're actually bringing this in. This is why it's under English literature. Because if they came out and said, hey, here's a new curriculum, and it truly is what it is. When it passed in California, it didn't pass as comprehensive sex ed. It passed in 46 seconds under the Transgender Equity Fund for Healthcare. Nothing to do with healthcare. The reason this passes is because of the obscenity exemption statute, the 1970 statute. They are allowed to put this in unless parents draw a line in the sand and say, what are you teaching my son? No. And what I have found, Marissa, is this. When parents push, they actually move the needle.
Gross,
we took South Lake, Texas, took a whole school board back because they brought this very book into South Lake, Texas, right? Parents just said, come hell or high water, we're taking our kids back. And so they got them back. Of course, the left went nuts in
So you censored. So you censored. You censored. That's what you did. You're regulating speech and expression. The First Amendment isn't just for speech. It's for expression. Art is an expression of self or idea. Conservatives really don't understand fucking art or fucking anything, do they? Jesus Christ. It was in libraries, but it was never required reading. So it is a flat out fucking lie. So it has been in libraries. Of course it's going to be in libraries, because libraries are hubs of, one, education, and two, hubs of freedom of speech. Because I should be able to find wherever the fuck I want in a goddamn library. That's it. Look, if the library wants to have a camera pointing down at my screen so that I'm not looking up fucking porn in the library, okay. If they want to monitor that, I get it. I understand that. Too easy. It's skeptical. We can have that discussion later. But the problem is, if I want to look up whatever the fuck I want, as long as it's not like disturbing the peace, as long as I'm not looking up fucking porn or bomb recipes or, being loud and disruptive or anything like that, yeah, I should be able to find whatever the fuck I want. Imagine if computers didn't exist. Do you think you could find a bunch of information on the Javelin missile quickly? No, you'd have to go and look at a book, you dumbass.
In media on these radical parents. How dare the parents think they can educate their children? It's about time the moms, you said something, I'm going to say this. This may be controversial, but I'm going to say this. Men were created to hunt. I say that. Hunt for food in the old days, now hunt opportunity, hunt evil. Moms bring stability. Moms bring schedule. When I go home from this trip, trust me, my wife will tell me, don't come mess up the schedule, buddy. There's a schedule. The kids bath this time, they go to school this time, but I want to have fun. No. Moms are not just the homemaker that they can't be business, but they literally stabilize the family.
You're talking to a woman who works for an organization that hates single moms and demonizes fatherless families for being the problem in society, when, in fact, a lot of the policies that they support are the reason that fatherless homes exist, and part of the reason why your boy Lizard grew up with a single mom. Yeah. You want to say
You
like
guys
moms
love
keep
it.
you on schedule? I'm not on schedule for
When we
shit.
boss you around, husbands,
army
right?
together.
You
You know,
complain about it, but you need us.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this.
We're off.
And you can tell your husband I said this, okay? Because I'm a man's man. Heck, I'm from Africa. I praise God for those moments now that my wife go, because it helps. It's my guardrails. It's like, hey, dude, don't go off into la la land. But unfortunately, dads are not fighting. And moms are so career focused because the left, the Hillary Clintons of the world, sold them on a notion that, oh, there's a glass ceiling for you to break. You can't be a mom and have a career. You can't homeschool. Yes, you can. People, it's so expensive to homeschool, way less expensive than private school. No, you can't. You can actually do it. My daughter is 7. She did 1st and 2nd grade this year in 1 year. We waste time in schools. Moms have to take their communities back. But you've got images here that are way beyond that, because I know this book. You've got things here that depicts oral sex, promotes it.
How
we
is
got a
this
sale
not
going
grooming?
on,
How is
folks.
this not the
We got a
first
sale.
step towards eventually child pornography or child slavery, sex trafficking? I mean, essentially, we're teaching these kids to have conversations with adults about things that they really should not be talking.
If it showed 2 minors engaging with in adult activities, it could be labeled CP and could be banned. If that were created and sent to a publisher, that publisher has a responsibility to alert the authorities and figure out whether or not this is like I can understand like a pamphlet or not a pamphlet, like a what am I thinking of? Like a paper on like pedophiles or something like that. I understand like doing that, and unfortunately having pictures or illustrations, which would be disgusting. But just having like a book on it and in a way that makes it acceptable, no, that's not going to pass anybody. Like if myself and these two were in a room and someone dropped that down and they're like, this is the idea for my book. It's about a dude that falls in love with a 7-year-old boy. I would stop them right there and be like, that's not going to happen. We're not publishing it. And I guarantee you these two motherfuckers would be like, wow, who let them in? It's probably that guy. I'm not going to lie. That's fucked up to say because he's like, oh, I combat human trafficking. However, you apparently bring up MK Ultra,
right?
Or even not having the conversation at this stage
was
of their
barely
life
bitten by an
at
alligator
all.
after
Remember,
he confused
so I want to do this. I want to show you something.
for a dog on
Pick a year.
leash.
Let's say
That's
1999.
Be dogs.
Pornography was this. You have to go into a gas station, fake an ID, get a magazine from a cupboard that's behind a black cover, by the way. Rip it open, and it's probably Pamela Anderson, right?
I don't know how long you were gone, but no.
On a motorcycle, even in lingerie. Maybe that it's a still image, right? It's pornography. This is porn. Here's why.
Is it?
This is people when I deal with porn addicts and I go, when last did you watch porn? Now think about what I'm saying. And they go, I haven't watched porn in 3 months. And I go, you're lying. They go, I'm not, Yaku. I haven't watched porn in 3 months. I said, close your eyes. What do you see? He goes, I see all the porn images I saw before. I'm watching porn right now. You can't erase it from the child's brain. When the child sees this, he sees every boy in this position.
Whoa! Where did you go from porn addicts to children? How did we bridge? Where did the fucking wood come for that bridge, you motherfucker? That's gross. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, exactly. What? What? Am I the only one that's like that's thinking something about this dude?
Fantasizing about this. They know what they're doing. It's farming. They're planting a seed in fertile soil. God's promise, not Yaku, God's promise is if you plant a seed in fertile soil, it'll do what? Grow. They know. They're planting seeds. Here's what our account. We have a 10-year-old boy right now. He's a
Cool. Don't teach them about God. Don't take them to fucking church. This dude just made probably one of the best fucking arguments for not taking your kid to church ever. Seriously. He is so fucked. He just equated porn addicts to children who look at like naked images. And now he's what? Go back. Get me back on track.
God's promise is if you plant a seed in fertile soil, it'll do what? Grow. They know.
What? Yeah, so don't teach them that. Don't take them to church then. That's what the seed in fertile soil is.
No, they're planting seeds.
Does
Here's what
this
our
guy
account.
know?
We have a 10-year-old
Does he know what the fuck he's talking about? Who gave
boy right
him
now.
that much
He's
coke?
addicted to porn. He watches 2.5 hours of porn a week. 10 years old. Do you know what his introduction was to porn in Austin, Texas? A question in the classroom about sexuality. He went home. He'd never heard of it. He Googled it. He went into YouTube and typed in anal sex, which this book talks about.
Bull fucking shit. Oh my God. I can't sit here for a second and not say motherfucker who. Owls in the chat. I need some owls in the chat, not just for the Outcast Owls, which actually are pretty fucking cool. I listened to the Outcast Owls a little bit recently. It's pretty fucking awesome. Not just for the Outcast Owls, but who the fuck is this person? What? Who the fuck brings up anal sex to a 10-year-old? Maybe in fifth grade, we started sexual education, and you know what they did? The motherfucker was curious, and he had an internet connection. Do you want to ban the internet? Oh my fucking God! Who the fuck is and now he's like addicted to porn? Like, is he non-functional? Does he just like look at a fucking? Does he look at a? Does he work at a fucking? Is he banned from Krispy Kreme because the donuts are too enticing? Like, who the ever living fuck? Oh. The worst part about this is they act like this is just like an epidemic, like it's happening all over the place. And he's just giving one example. If this were happening all over the place, don't you think the media would fucking run with it? If it bleeds, it leads. That's for fucking sure. JC, dude. You know what? That's actually a really good question. So there's a lot of good questions for the right. The right are fucking stupid. Obviously, we can see this throughout this entire fucking stream. If sorry, I got confused on all my questions.
About right? You know what
I forgot what I was gonna ask.
comes up on YouTube free? Gang rape.
Worked out, folks.
All of a sudden, this kid's hooked on porn.
Hit that like
You
button.
can turn it off now. You have changed the way he will love, how he will look at women, how he will treat his wife. You've set that kid on a path that is utter destruction, and it starts right here. This image feeds sex trafficking.
Okay, there it is. That's what I was talking about. If this is an epidemic, why aren't you doing anything to combat it? Why aren't there any actual policies doing anything to combat this if it's an actual pandemic? I'm talking about or epidemic. I'm talking about like children just being sexualized and addicted to porn. There has to be something. We have to have some kind of information. Are there any statistics on on children just like around 10 years old. They find out what a butthole is on a girl, and they're like, oh, that kind of sounds cool. Like it's whatever. What's butt sex? And they look it up on Google because their parents don't know what a fucking or what internet security is, or what a kid mode is, or whatever the fuck. So they look it up and they're like, oh, butt sex. And they find a bunch of memes and like, oh, well, hey, guess what? You can't spell subtext without butt sex, folks. Jesus fucking Christ. These people are idiots. They are evil. She has an empty ass look on her fucking face because the only thing she has to say is her script. That's it. She is a husk of a person. This is not a human being.
Because it creates demand.
Right.
For sexual content.
Right.
And supply meets demand. It's porn.
And this is, by the way, one of many, many books. I mean, I have a whole stack of them right now.
Sex are the
two
gateway
questions.
drug to porn addiction.
Why is this
Everyone knows
happening? Why is it
shit.
happening in our schools? Why would private schools and public schools have this type of curriculum? Why would they fight parents? And I mean, I've had this experience firsthand with parents that I know who try to push against the schools and said, we don't want this in our schools. And the schools actually said, if you're not
X Hamster or RedTube or PornTube or don't type in porn or sex or boobs or tits or breasts or anything into Google that might give you any kind of results.
Happy
like
with us teaching this? Bye-bye. You can take your $30,000 and go bye-bye.
Yep.
Why are they pushing this so hard on
Also,
our
don't
kids?
look up nude yoga on YouTube. Don't do
And then
that.
the other question is,
You won't be into
why
it.
aren't
Trust me.
parents
Been there.
not freaking out and marching
Come
over
across
this
my
issue?
feed.
Because you would think that
We've
everybody's
all been
looking for
there.
something to be an activist about. I'm like, right? Everybody has
Yeah,
dispensable
yeah,
income. Everybody is looking to be activists. Why are they activists about other things and not activists about these things that are
She said all these people who have dispensable income. No, these people are typically like taking time off to go and be activists. Or they're just barely in a position.
directly harming our children?
What about... Okay. Whatever.
Why?
Marissa, 20 plus years we've been fighting this fight, right? Finally, thank you, PragerU. What an organization for even being bold enough to take this issue on. Here's the deal. In the classroom, why? We have to roll the clock back a little bit. As conservatives in this country, we play for the White House. It's a big mistake. We want to win the White House. George Soros goes, okay, every 4 years we'll swing the White House. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll fund every single school superintendent's race.
Krista Butterfly says, kids back in the day had access to porn too, just different types of media, Playboy, Hustler, VHS, and we started sex ed in 4th grade. They don't even teach it anymore. Yeah, and it's ridiculous how many teen pregnancies they have. And I'm going to get into that. After this video, Krista, remind me about
the school
teen
boards.
pregnancies.
I'll own the district
I want to
attorneys.
get into something.
80% of Texas district.
Fuck this guy. He's dumb. I'm going to get into that now. Is it this guy? Yeah, it's this one. Let's see. Where is... Oh. Let's see. All right. So this guy, y'all probably can't see it. Too easy. This dude, guy's name is Dr. Steve Turley. He's very popular on the right. He's very far right wing. And by very popular, like, dude had 6,500 people watching him on a live stream in the middle of the day earlier today. I didn't watch it because I was listening to something else, doing other shit. I was at work, so whatever. But he says in this community post, as we approach the release of the Supreme Court decision regarding challenges to Roe v. Wade and its companion case, Planned Parenthood v. Casey, there's a very good chance that legal abortion will no longer be foisted upon unwilling states with Christian populations who want nothing to do with such an evil practice. First of all, we live in a representative democracy, not a theocracy. So go fuck all of these states that think they live in a theocracy. They can eat shit. And they have to abide by the federal government Texas especially needs to do that, because otherwise they're not going to receive all of the aid that they get, and they're going to flounder. They have been floundering for quite a while with all of the with their power grid, especially, has been completely fucked due to the fact that it's mismanaged, because they want to be the most capitalist, wherein everywhere else is just like, we want to be the most effective. Urchinque. So, no, it's not foisted upon the. It's sure, it's the law of the land, but it's a choice. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene said it perfectly. She said, motherhood is the best choice any woman can make. So it is a choice. It's a choice. Now, what did I say? Oh, he poked the hornet's nest. Why is it okay for Christian values to be pushed, but not pushed against? Did you forget about our secular government? Is what I said. No, I was just trying to kind of fucking around. Well, old boy comes in. He says, not a Christian value. It's a humanitarian issue, like murder or slavery. So abortion, apparently, according to this guy, and I don't encourage anybody. I do not encourage anybody to go after these people. Do not go after these people. If you want to go into the comments and fuck around, do that. Do what I'm doing. Don't IRL some shit. All right. We're just fucking around in the comments. We can have some discourse. It's sad that I have to say that. Anyway, what does this guy say? It's a humanitarian issue like murder and slavery. And I was like, what did I say? How much humanitarian aid are you going to give in the form of adopting children? And he's just like, well, we donate. I'm guessing him and his partner, his wife, whatever, donate to teen pregnancy centers to help fund Lighthouse for teen moms. So basically, a hell of a lot more than you. Okay, cool. Fine. Looks like history is repeating, and one side is trying to dehumanize an entire group of people once again. Luckily, that always gets corrected along with the people who support it in time. All right, and this is where I was like, okay, yeah. No, I'm gonna retort. Don't worry, we'll retort. Let's see. What was that guy's name? William. Because there's. Okay, no, it's Jesse Luberts. That's an idiot. All right. Show all the replies. Jesse Luberts. All right, so my response was, so you're supporting the outlawing of abortion so you can look good for helping teen moms, which is essentially what he's doing. He is advocating for the overturning of Roe v. Wade so that he and his wife and his community can look good for helping these teen moms, when they could just, make sure that these abortions happen in a safe and sterile environment, in a medical setting, so that these teen moms don't actually exist. That's what I'm saying. And I said that's definitely the Christian values I would expect from this crowd, which is 100% true. I said, if my wife is pregnant and I have the flu and both walk, I think I responded to the wrong person here. If my, anyway, let's see. And he responds with, I'm already helping teen moms while abortion is legal and have been for years. Good for you. Thank you. I always appreciate that. If you're helping people, you're helping people. Totally fine. It doesn't matter as long as you're helping, doing it in humanitarian aid. The women are already pregnant. I understand that. You're giving them aid. It's because I'm a good person. Are you? While you contribute nothing and demand no restriction on abortion. I didn't say that. You said that. You strawmanned me. You need some new material. You don't know anything about me. Good thing Christians possessive freely donate to charity and feed the poor. They also indoctrinate people and are the reason you actually have all of these teen moms that you have to take care of. And the reason why it seems so insurmountable a lot of the time is because, well, you vote because you vote in the way of your, well, shitty beliefs. There you go. Which is essentially what I replied with. You can call yourself a good person if the only you can't call yourself a good person if the only reason you're helping is to look like a good person. You don't want abortion to be illegal because helping teens makes you look and feel good. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure education is provided so that there are fewer teen moms while you advocate for more unwanted pregnancy so that you can feed your white knight fetish. And that's how I see it. You have a white knight fetish. You just want to help people. You don't actually want to prevent them from needing help. And that's the main point of anything that I want to do. I want to make sure that people don't need help. And when they do need help, I want to help them in any way that I can. I am very limited, just like everyone else, except for the people who make sure that people need help. Your fucking dumbass church included. Yeah, they threw up a huge red flag for me too. Lighthouse for Teen Moms is one of those places that Christian parents send their pregnant daughters away to have their baby and learn that about Jesus without feeling guilty about it. Just FYI. Okay. Yeah, so it's essentially like, hey, it's like hey, where'd Julie go? Where'd my sister Julie go? Oh, she's spending the next year with Aunt Myrna. She's gonna go over to Aunt Myrna's house and spend a year on the farm and take care. Well, Aunt Myrna is just basically a fucking baby mill where it's like, yeah, you're this will bring shame to your family, so they're paying you to stay here and you're gonna pump out this baby and give it up for adoption. Good luck. Exactly. That's a really good point. Help or dictate morality? Definitely dictate morality. I care about the safety of women, safe abortions, because desperate people sometimes do desperate things. Yeah. And look, what is if you get pregnant, you're looking at potentially, 18 years of caring for a child or having to give up that child. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that. The vast majority of these fucking idiots actually think that it's literally just an inconvenience. And if you think I'm kidding, if you think I'm fucking kidding, no. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. This motherfucker. Right here. DuckDuckGo is much better is what his name is. Don't go hunt him down. I seriously don't endorse it. But he says, forced death is not moral. Life is a fundamental right. It has primacy above all other rights. What you refer to as forced birth is merely a temporary inconvenience. And convenience is not a human right. So this motherfucker wants to make sure that 9 months of carrying a child and going through all of the trials and tribulations of carrying a child, as well as the 18 years of raising that child, minor inconvenience. Temporary. Because you just pop it out. I mean, you could just give it up for adoption. None of these sacks of shit are ever going to fucking adopt your child. None of them. Not one of them. Nope. Especially not if you're black. Oh, hell no. A little black girl, they're not going to, they'll toss that motherfucker out instantly. Because that's who they fucking are. You think I'm wrong? Let's look at a little bit of PragerU. Dying in birth or after birth of preventable causes is definitely a minor inconvenience. Let me tell you, yeah, it's definitely it's minor, temporary inconvenience. Death, it's the worst. I pissed off a lot of people with this one. So, PragerU says woke, quote unquote, woke corporations keep posturing while quote unquote unwoke nations keep manufacturing. I was like, wild, that's dumb. So I replied, capitalism shipped all of the manufacturing jobs overseas and is now focused on making profits through marketing to the broadest possible customer base. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. I'm going to drink this beer. Tell me I'm wrong. Let me just take my shirt off because I'm hot. I don't have the air. I don't have the air running, so I might just do it. Didn't the one god call for pregnant women to be put on the sword and dash newborns upon the rocks? Yeah, something like that. Also, you know, if your wife is unfaithful, just take her to the priest in the temple and he's supposed to take some dirt, make the bitter water, and then she'll have an abortion. Ooh. I wonder if any of these folks are against C-sections. Because it's technically an abortion. Just saying. Actually, the Bible is pretty clear when life begins and it's not a conception. Well, explain it to me because I've never read the Bible. I've read parts of the Bible. All right. Let's see. There's a couple people in here that always give me. Oh, is the guy that yeah, it was Freedom for Forever. All right, let's see. All right, so this guy decides happy removal day tumor. Moses says that life begins at the first breath. So if if you never breathed the breath, guess you never lived, folks. Von Helton breathes nitrogen. Anyway, so this dude decides to say, your ignorance is the primary problem. Corporations aren't capitalism, which is true. Corporations are not capitalism. However, corporations exist basically solely under capitalism. Corporate law and labor unions negate any semblance of corporations with capitalism. That doesn't make any fucking sense. If you're talking about anarcho-capitalism, sure. Yeah, that does not make an anarcho-capitalism if you have regulations. And he says, I suggest you educate yourself before you embarrass yourself with nonsensical gibberish you are unwillingly posturing on YouTube. Well, you can come to my fucking channel and talk to me. I'll give you a link. I might send this. I'll send this timestamp 216. Yeah, we got plenty of time. Anyway, let's see. And I replied, corporations are entities that use capitalism in order to make the maximum profit available. There's more capital to be made from cheap labor that doesn't have rights. What you want is anarcho-capitalism because you like being exploited for some fucking reason. And this dude responds with, you have no idea what you're talking about. So I told him to enjoy his weekend. It's fucking hilarious, isn't it? Yeah, I'm fucking hilarious. Okay, like he wants corporations to take over everything when corporations do the maximum amount of damage in society. Like they do the most damage in society. So if you think, and for those of you who are like, you know, corporations X, Y, and Z, well, it's because they're woke. No, it's actually because they're not regulated enough. And they're regulated in exactly the way you want them to be regulated if you are a conservative, which is not much. Guess which way they're going? To the left. That's where they're going. They're going to the left. They're going with society. They're going with progress. That's why you get some fucking gay Cheerios every once in a while. Idiots don't understand. Why don't capitalists understand capitalism? This is the biggest. I gotta go on a rant. Capitalists are the worst, are the fucking worst at capitalism. Now, I'm talking about these capitalists, these people, these folks. They suck. They don't understand a fucking thing about making like money off of other people and how these corporations, how these CEOs got to the point that they're at. They didn't just get a shitload of money from fucking sweeping a broom for, 20 hours a day. That's not how they became a billionaire. They exploited the fuck out of everybody else, and they usually started damn near the top, if not right at the top. Jesus Christ. Like capitalists like this are the dumbest fucking people. They don't even understand that they are being fucking destroyed by the shit that they vote for. But this guy, he said that he didn't vote for the EPA or OSHA, and that's what forced jobs overseas. The reason you can't get a job, folks, is because the EPA and OSHA, worker protections, are the problem. That's the worst thing that we can do. Your children deserve to breathe chlorine and bathe in lead. And, well, if you break your spine falling off of, a scaffold because you don't have a harness, well, that's your fault. Whatever. No insurance. Fuck this guy. Fuck these people. Ugh. Fuck. Fuck Admiral Six Killer. I want something funny. Let's go on let's do a palate cleanser, folks. Who wants to do a palate cleanser? I'm down. What do you got, Lizard? What do we got in our watch later? Not liked videos. We'll watch later like you said you would. You stupid fucking idiot. You dumb asshole. Yeah, Admiral Six Killer, you barely made the card. I don't know if you did. I don't even know if you did. Hey, what's going on, Blaine? Thank you for being here. And our capitalism is just fascism under corporate rule. This isn't 100% true. It doesn't make any sense, and it's really fucking dumb. The people that really, really do support it. Okay, no. Let's go back. Let's go the wrong way. Oh, shit. Talking about gays. Let's look at gays in the military. Oh, my computer did its thing. Where it's doing that thing.
Some Iraq in prison getting fucked by some dude in a black leather mask.
Okay. Well, holy shit, this is gonna get wild. Hey, Wanderer, are you still here? No offense, not because it's specific to you. But I just want to know if you were here, because it depends. Did you see Fox Nose's post pro-trans segment? Oh, ow. Ooh. No. That doesn't sound good. Was it good? Was it okay? Was it good? It doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Please don't. Please send me a link. We'll watch it. All right. So we're gonna watch this. This is in living color. Someone played off their thing. It was actually pretty good. Okay. Like, look, credit where credit is due. Hopefully this is fucking. I'll let you know if the stream suspends because of copyrighted material. Yeah, I just gotta go to bed.
All right, ladies. Now, for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to be your worst nightmare. If I say spit shine my helmet, you will spit shine my helmet. If I say jump, you will say how high. When I say stand up straight, I mean stand up straight. Do you know what straight is? Panty waist? Not really, sir, but I'm standing as straight as I can right now, sir. Well, that's great, wise guy. We'll see how wise you are when you're chained up in some Iraqi prison getting fucked by some dude in a black leather mask. Do you have any idea how that feels, soldier? I do, sir, right here, sir. I must have had that experience at least 50 times, sir. Where, soldier, Da Nang? No, sir, San Francisco, sir. Oh, you served in San Francisco? Yes, sir. I served drinks in a bar called the Swallow, sir. You've heard of it, sir. Where are you from, soldier? Texas. The only thing from Texas are steers and sissies. That's correct, sir. And I ain't no steer neither, sir. Maybe you think his laughing off to me is funny, Private. Maybe you don't get it. These next 6 weeks, I'm gonna bust you open like a fortune cookie. I'm gonna be all over your ass like.
So anyway, y'all folks that didn't live through the fucking like 90s, holy shit. Anyway, when was this produced? Show more, show less. When was this produced? It looks like the 90s. I feel like this, well, it must have been the 90s because they were talking about the Iraqis. And yeah, folks. Oh, wait. Okay. The alt-right are shitting over it. Michael Knowles? Oh, shit. Hold on. Send it to me in Discord because I can't take it off of here. Oh, sweet. What time is it? It's a little late. I might. Started 1990. Okay, so In Living Color started 1990. So this would have been the first Gulf War around 1990, 1991. Holy shit. And if you guys are like, wow, this is wild. Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed while I was in Iraq the first time. When I deployed in 2011, in September, they got rid of, I think it was at the end of September, they got rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And everybody's allowed to be openly gay in the military. And I'll tell you, it was actually different when I went into public affairs and I was interviewing people and they were openly gay. They were saying like, I'm saying it's a man or a woman saying, hey, I'm male or female, saying like, I want to give a shout out to my husband or wife, and it's like, oh shit, just like I totally forgot there's gay people around, and I'm just wondering about like the other people behind me because I don't want somebody to start a shit fit about that. Snet. All right. You sent it? Oh, okay. Okay, copy link. Let's watch this, and then we might get out of here in a little bit. Oh, wait, might have something. All right, let's see what you got, Michael Knowles. Michael Knowles is kind of a giant, huge piece of shit.
Rylan Whittington is a typical Southern.
Only walking down the street, you wouldn't think anything different.
14-year-old Rylan Whittington is a typical Southern California teenager. And the Whittingtons, along with mom Hillary, dad Jeff, and sister Brinley, are a typical family. The only difference, though, in Rylan's eyes, is what this family can mean to the tens of thousands of kids under 18 who identify as transgender.
We put our story out there so people could see that like there's another family out there that is going through what we're going through, or there's another family who's proud of who they are.
Before Rylan could even speak, he managed to tell his parents that he is a boy.
I could just see that it wasn't him trying to be a brat. It was like painful. It was truly painful for him to have to wear feminine clothing and for us constantly telling him that you're a girl.
And unlike some trans kids, when Rylan came out at age 5 a few years later, he had the full support of his parents.
Initially, there was some pushback from us in trying to understand this.
The dude, it says right here, I don't know if you guys can see it on screen, but it says, call me old-fashioned. This is Michael Knowles talking. Call me old-fashioned, but I prefer when my conservative news outlets don't encourage parents to trans their children. It literally says on Fox News that before he could speak, but like before he could make sentences, he was like, I don't fit. I'm a boy. This doesn't fit. My body is different. I'm trans. Where in this, like the parents just accepted it. They didn't trans their children. What the fuck are you talking about?
We were confused,
Yeah,
like
Knowles
most
is,
people are.
Knowles is on the same level as Matt Walsh. They're both basically fucking Nazis without the armband.
We thought that gender and sexuality were the same thing. It took us a while to figure out that those two things are different and that children actually do recognize their gender identity very young. Some of them, not all.
But they listened to Rylan and to Hillary's conservative faith.
For me, it's just a deep spiritual belief that you believe in God and he, created us the way he wanted us. Well, then yes,
I'll tell you what. So for the next, I'm actually thinking about doing another charity event, and I'm not sure exactly what charity it's going to go to. I'm thinking in missing indigenous women, which if I can ever get that fucking shit out. One of the things I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. One of the things I want to do is just stream myself standing playing video games for as long as I can. Just standing instead of sitting. Can't sit down. I can eat, I can drink, I can do whatever I want. I just cannot sit down. And doing that, but maybe I'll set a goal, and whoever wants to send me a nice sundress, I'll wear that, so we can do something for charity. Missing indigenous women, which, you know what, I guarantee Michael Knowles and everybody else at Fox News doesn't give a fuck about. Can we focus on the fact that they chose the white family, and at no point did I ever think that this was a female, a woman. I was just like, oh, that's a boy. Okay. I think so too. It's actually the one I wanted to start with, but Ukraine kind of took over. Kind of was a little bit more immediate and just sort of happened. So I think that's a good idea. Walsh is genuinely terrifying. My teenage cousins like him. Breaks my heart. Yeah, I know some people, like younger folks, like him because they like these idiots because they speak in very short blurbs. They speak in propaganda. But I keep putting that up. Placeholder. I had something. Yes, please do, Mango. We'll set that for the end of summer, something like that. All right. You know what? I want to take Admiral Six Killer to task before I get out of here. I just want to do it once, just because he's a fucking idiot. Hey, what's going on, Drum Set? Were you here before? I hope you were here before. You're a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. I'm surprised I am still up. Like, I've been going for a fucking while. But I just wanted to look at Admiral Six Killer, and then I'm going to fuck off out of here. And one of the mods is going to go ahead and post the, Geek Room link. I might be on there. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. Like I said, I'm pretty fucking tired. So If I go on, I might be there for a little bit, but I do kind of want to put my 2 cents in on Shanny. I don't know what they're watching. We'll see. Anyway, we'll do this and then we'll get out of here. All right. So this is one of the ones. This is one of the ones. Guy, you were so close. You were so fucking close. You were so close to a point. You almost had a whole ass point, but you fucked it up by being you. You suck. Stop doing that. All right. So he starts complaining about this bullshit idiot meme. And what it says is if an 18-year-old isn't quote unquote mature enough to own a firearm, then maybe 5-year-olds aren't mature enough to change their gender. And it has some dumb avatar or whatever, which is this is the thing he's responding to. And you trust me, like, that's stupid as shit. It doesn't make any sense. It takes away from a lot of things. All right. Let's see. We're on number 6. Awesome. The last one. All right. He says that's not exactly logical parallel. You'll have to make a better comparison. And he does give a better comparison. How about if an 18-year-old isn't mature enough to own a firearm, then they're certainly not mature enough to be trained to use one to fight in war politicians never fight. Remember the Vietnam draft? How horrifying that was? People were really upset over their kids fresh out of high school being picked based on how old he was, which of the siblings he might have been, and the month he was born. Yeah. Lottery of death, essentially, is what he calls it. And you know what? That's 100% true. Look, if we can't trust an 18-year-old civilian with a firearm, why can we trust an 18-year-old as a soldier? Well, one, because there's far more structure in the military. You are given far more structure before you're actually given a rifle or a weapon, so that there's a fewer deaths and suicides, even though there are a significant amount of weapons. You were told that you work in a team. You were conditioned to work in a team and work with the people around you that also have weapons. It's totally different. You would know that, Admiral Six Killer, if you weren't dumb and useless and had not been a diabetic stumpfoot your entire life. Fun fact, Admiral Six Killer is against abortion because he loves human suffering. It's true. In Minecraft. Anyway. No, he doesn't have kids because his dick doesn't work. Anyway. So let's go on with it. People were really upset over their kid fresh out of they had to endure humid weather, carry lots of equipment, and walk till their feet blistered. Yeah, that must have been horrible. I've been there. Not to mention being stung by parasites day and night. You don't get stung by parasites. You get infected by a parasite, which that just alludes to the fact that you've never been anywhere. All wondering which wins the sniper lottery. Well, that's Hollywood. So when people say that 18-year-olds should not own a firearm, they're hypocrites. Because the government benefit from selling weapons like they do in every war at all costs to cause of thousands of 18-year-olds. All at the cost of thousands of 18-year-olds. They had trained to use a gun. Okay, let's process that one a little bit. So when people say that 18-year-olds should not own a firearm, they're hypocrites. No. I mean, that you made a good point before. Like, sure. Like, you actually brought a good point. Maybe I am a hypocrite if I'm just like, oh, well, I joined the military at 18. But I don't think it's an age issue. I think it's still an accessibility issue. Just because you're 18 and old enough to, like back in the day, you used to be able to buy alcohol at 18. Just because you're 18 doesn't mean you should be able to drink and drive. You could still kill yourself or somebody else. And a lot of times back in the day, those were, you know, somewhat acceptable losses because it's like, oh, you're drinking and driving. I don't know. I never lived in the 70s. Ask Von Helton. He knows what goes on behind the billboard. So when the government says that they want gun regulations and want to disarm the people, I say fuck you. What? Waiting on an invasion so you can sell us our guns back? Fuck you again. Come get them and bathe in the red river of your own stupidity. Okay. First of all, we talked about this last time I tackled your dumbass Admiral Six Killer. If you're gonna call for the death of people, you can't say that other people shouldn't call for the death of other people. That's just how that fucking works, you moron. Fucking mind blown. Not only that, but again, you're a diabetic stumpfoot whose dick doesn't work, and you couldn't even procreate enough to have someone be able to be available to give you a rifle that you couldn't hold on target. What the fuck are you talking about? The government wants gun regulations. One, the guns aren't going to go away. It's the accessibility. I just talked about that. Go back because you don't remember and you're dumb. So anyway. Alright. I'm going to play a random video. Then I'm going to get out of here. Geek Room's going live here in a little bit. I might go on there. I need some food. I'm a hungry boy. There's the link for the Geek Room, and I'm gonna go get some food. What kind of food? Anime food? Oh no, wait, I gotta open like this. Open with fuck you, Admiral Six Killer.
You know, now that I think about
it's
it, I
not
don't ever
anime
remember
food.
seeing Granddad with a woman. There was a time when I was 3 when I thought he was gay.
Man, it's
but
gonna
now
give me
I think
flex.
it's just bad luck. Well, I don't think
It's gonna fuck you. What is this? Ah, damn it. Open with movies and TV. There we go.